Welcome back, guys. Sean here of Blue Ridge Silverhound. This is a video that I've been waiting to do for quite a while. Here we are in 2025. A lot of great things happening. We are in the midst of one of the most important years ever, for circulating coinage. 2026, which is coming up here, almost 10 months away. Coming up with new coins, new redesigns across the board to celebrate the semi-quincentennial 250th anniversary of our country. It's going to be huge. It's big. And with that, there's a lot of other things going on too. Obviously, if you haven't watched some of my previous videos from the last 10 days, right after the Super Bowl, President Trump issued an executive order to stop production of the Lincoln set. It doesn't quite end it all together, but it has scared the crap out of the collecting community at large, to the point where they're going out and they're spending more money than they need to on some of these 2025 Lincoln cents that now all of a sudden has become a highly collected, highly desired chase piece. But rest assured, the 2025 Lincoln cents in roll form as a business strike circulating coin is not available on the U.S. Mint. However, there are other products that people are kind of like beginning to speculate and all of a sudden have this kind of like FOMO attitude toward them. And I'm here to say, do not get lost in the sauce, because I know what's happening here. Treat this as if it was like any other year of U.S. Mint product. We're going to take a look at some of the product that's going to be coming out here in the next couple weeks. And as time goes on throughout the rest of the year, we're going to be doing more of these videos on some of those other releases that aren't talked about in this video. It only makes sense to talk about coins that are within earshot of release. We're talking about the next 2 to 3 weeks. There are some pretty big, important products that are going to be releasing here shortly, and you guys need to know about it. Are they a wise buy, or are you going to get screwed over royally if you do buy them with the, delusions of grandeur of trying to flip them to make money? You guys need to know, the U.S. Mint is not out to support you, to support the collectors. They are a business entity. They're out to make money. So, with that being said, we're going to take a look at what I would probably say are a couple of the most important releases here of the next few weeks. We're going to see how much these coins are going to be sold for directly from the mint. And we're also going to explore how much these things sell on the secondary market, because that's important, And then, of course, for those of you that are collectors, need to say no other things other than enjoy the experience. Numismatics, it's a great time to be alive. Lot of big things are going to be happening here this year as we close out 2025, which is 10 months away. It's not like I almost slipped off my damn chair. It's not like that, the sky is falling, but there are a lot of people that are scared straight into a lot of things right now. That Lincoln cent is the biggest one. So the first release I want to talk about that is going to be coming out February 20. That's this Thursday. That is 2 days away. Is going to be the 5-coin 2025 American Women proof set. These are clad. These are copper and nickel. They're like regular coins. They just look a little bit fancier than some of the ones that probably you and I had received back in change from our coffee barista lady. And, it's, the American Women's set kind of like kicked off pretty well in 2022. So much so that there were some products that the Mint had released back at the first year of this program that were selling out like hotcakes. Today, not so much, but there are still a dedicated base of collectors for these because people love putting sets together. All right. So this one right here, the 2025 proof set of America quarters, is going to be available for $26.50 for every single set that you buy. Now, I'm going to move my big head over here so that way you guys can see some of the important numbers. Because they're going to throw out numbers like this to kind of make you, make you a little bit scared in the FOMO experience into believing that these are going to be much more rare than they actually are. So the overall product limit at an all-time low at 60,060. All right, so they're only going to have 60,060 of the 5-coin standalone American Women Proof set. Now, there's going to be another Proof set that's going to be available here in about 2 weeks that we'll also talk about as well. That one might be a little bit of a different story as we head on through the year, and I'll tell you a little bit why in a moment. Household order limit on this one is at 5, which means if you are at your address and you want to order these and you want to maximize, you can only do 5 at a time, unless, say, you wanted more of these, then you'd probably use your work address, or maybe you'd use your ex-wife's brother-in-law's, address, or whatever the case may be. That sounded weird. Yeah, you would use all the addresses you can, so that way you can continue to order multiples of 5. So $26.50 might seem like a pretty good deal. So it comes with 5 coins, with all of these distinguished, public figures from yesteryear: Ida B. Wells, Juliette Gordon-Low, Vera Rubin, Stacey Park Milburn, and Althea Gibson are going to be the 5 coins highlighted in this set. Again, keeping in mind, these are copper nickel clad. It's not as if that they're going to be the most desirable. The silver ones are, which are going to be releasing in April. We're not going to be talking about those here today, but we will in a few weeks, the closer that we get to the release date. $26.50. My goodness. It seems like a great deal. Is it going to be just that? Well, here's some sold listings. Well, we have one here without a box that sold for $15 shipped. $15 right off the rip. You lost $11. Now, in all fairness, we're using last year's 2024 American Women 5-coin set as a comparison, because the 2025 hadn't released yet, not until a couple days, that, well, we're going to have to go off of what is physically available to us right now. And the closest thing to that is going to be the 2024 sets. So you can have your choice, sure, of ordering some what I consider to be relatively incomplete things. This one's missing a box. Here are other 5 coins outside of the package altogether for $13.45. Here's another one here. Quarter proof set, no box, for $15.67. Keeping in mind that the same 5-coin set will be available in the regular proof set in about 2 weeks. So it could possibly be that these are crackouts from the master set of proof coins, and not necessarily from the standalone that is being sold here in 2 days. Here's another one here. This is actually a pre-sale of the upcoming 5-coin February. They say February 28th, but the actual date's February 20 for $32.99. Apparently, this is just for the 5 coins. So, kind of crazy how people prefer to spend their money and do it on eBay rather than going directly to the source and buying it for a lot cheaper. This is one of those kind of outliers. But continuing on, here's the 2023. So if we went back another extra year, it'd be $18.41. Here's a 2024 in the original mint packaging. This is just for the 5 quarters. So this is the one that's selling here in a couple days. $30, free shipping. Here's another one right here, 2024 for $19.91. Obviously falling under the price of what that one is. We're going to talk about the Proof Master set here in a little bit. Here's another one here in the original government packaging for $18.99. So as you can see, it's well under what the issue price is direct from the mint. And here's another one for $15 in the original packaging for just the 5 quarters. And you get the big idea. So here's another one for $17.95, another one for $17.95, and then some of them have free ship, some of them have shipping in there. The U.S. Mint can charge you for shipping. Usually it's about $4 for that, and yeah. I mean, take a look at it, guys. It's anywhere from $8 to $10 under what the current issue price is direct from the mint to order last year's proof coins, and I'm willing to bet because the mint products that come out on the U.S. Mint website are going to be available as long as they don't sell out. They're available for 24 months. So right now, I believe we could still order some leftover 2023 S proof sets or various coinage. You can buy it right direct from the U.S. Mint, and those will still be available. All right, so just wanted to let you guys know that that is the case. It might be cheaper to buy from eBay, might be cheaper to buy from the U.S. Mint. 9 times out of 10, ladies and gents, it's going to be cheaper to buy on eBay because you're still going to be charged tax and a whole rigmarole if you did buy from the U.S. Mint website. So, with that being said, that's the 5-coin American Women quarter set. Here's the next one. This one here is huge. The February 20 American Women 5-coin set is February 20. The regular clad proof set with all the coins comes out March 4th. So that's in a couple weeks. And then here on March 20, we have the whole suite. I call it suite of Gold Eagles. That's it, be coming out. A very popular release every year. Albeit, the U.S. Mint pricing is a little bit ambitious. I think they're a little bit, their love affair for gold in general is apparent to a huge extent on all the gold products that they sell. So, of course, you got to know, is it going to be the best to buy right off of the Mint website, or should I just wait and buy them on eBay? Because they're going to be available right away on eBay. And, are the prices going to go down on gold, or, are you okay buying them direct from the Mint? So there's 1 ounce, half ounce, quarter ounce, and 10th ounce Gold Eagles that are going to be available from the Mint website, all dropping on the 20th. However, they did have a 4-coin with all 4 multi-denominational sizes. That's going to be in a kind of like a 4-coin like set. And this is a big dog right here. Now, if you clicked on the image to get in there, you're going to notice that the price is TBD, to be determined, which means simply that, as the price of gold and silver and things like that kind of adjust and change, throughout the days, that they can't provide a price up until about the day before the release of the product. So this is more of kind of like a blind buy, if anything. If you're waiting to buy this, you might come across a little bit of a sticker shock. So what I did to help determine what the market value of this 4-coin set is today, guess what? We went last year to 2024 because they still release the same thing. And guess what? They still have some available. And this is a very limited production release. Only 10,000 on the product limit, which means there are only 10,000 sets that they've made, but it's not the mintage. That is not the mintage for these. 10,000 sets is what they made. And look at that price, $6,997.50, which I believe is right around $2,000 more than what melt value is for all the coins. Now, granted, it's a very beautiful collection here. All the coins are proof. They're going to be low mintage, no doubt about it. They're all West Point produced, so they're going to be at the highest quality. And because of that, these particular sets are being purchased from the Mint. And for a lot of dealers and collectors who are arbitrage opportunists, what they'll do with these is they'll crack them open and they'll send all the coins off to PCGS, NGC. They're trying to get the advanced release designation on their labels, early releases, first strikes, specialized labels, to really spice up the coins. And ideally, they need that Proof 70 grade for these things to sell pretty close to what they had paid for the group. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, how do I know it's pretty close to what the sale price is there if grading the coins typically enhances the value a lot more than what you would normally buy these sets for on the US Mint? That's a great question, by the way. It's because I had already done the research, silly. I went on eBay, and then here's some of the information you guys need to know about this. So these are current live auctions for the 4-coin set. As you can see, 2024 American Eagle gold set, 23 results. All right, which is not a lot. There's not a lot out there from last year's set. Now, keeping in mind that this thing is so prohibitively expensive for a lot of casual collectors that it is still available on the US Mint website for a few dollars shy of $7,000, which is mind-blowing. That's a lot of friggin' money to drop on something like this. So you got to make sure that you're getting your money's worth, right? And that's why you're here on Blue Ridge Silverhound. So check this out. Here's a full set of that 2024 Gold Eagle 4-coin graded PCGS Proof 70 Deep Cameo in First Strike labels. Look at this price. $6,800 direct from libertycoin.com or liberty.coin. Liberty Coins. One of the bigger bullion dealers. Guess what? You got to pay money to grade these, folks. To grade all 4 coins, I'm going to kind of go out on a limb and say it's going to cost around $200 because the higher priced, higher valued coins cost more, so they're going to be in a different tier. But $6,800 for something that you can buy raw on the US Mint website for $200 more doesn't exactly represent a great value when you buy direct from the mint. So I thought I'd let you guys know that this is available right here. But wait, there's more. We scroll down. There's going to be some more. This one is up for bidding right now. It's at $3,600. Here's another one right here. All 4 and first day of issue labels through PCGS. This one is actually cheaper than the other one. All graded, all 4 coins for $6,564. That hardly seems like a value to buy direct from the mint on such a prestigious set. Here's a singular coin, a 1-ouncer for $33.99. It's Pioneers. They're good to go. Here's another set here, all in, it says Mid-State 70 for whatever reason, because the ones sold are proof. This one here is $6,544. And if you wanted to buy that set, by the way, that's $69.97. You could buy last year's 2020. This is actually 2022. You got to figure the older you get, the more that they're worth, right? That only makes sense because of what we call sealed equity. But you have all 4 coins that you could score from 3 years ago for $5,999. I'm willing to bet that that's probably a better buy right there because it is 3 years out and it's no longer available at the mint. Usually coins and sets that are retired off of the mint website, after their 2 years, they begin to kind of go up in value. This one right here, not so much. Here's another Proof 70 set from a CDN dealer. Okay, that's always good to see. First day of issue, all 4 coins, including the mint packaging for $6,849. So you mean to tell me that buying this thing off of the mint website for a couple dollars shy of $7,000 is going to be the best bet for something so popular? Everybody is creaming over gold right now. That it's something that is truly, magnified the desirability to such an obscene kind of level in today's investment world that, everybody dreams about these. And then yet, there's like no reparations here, from the mint to its customers. I mean, they're still constantly screwing us, guys, in spite of the fact that 2025 is going to deliver on what we speculate to be some magical products. And then the final one that I wanted to kind of let you guys know about, obviously this is the one that I personally have a lot of vested interest in, and I'll tell you why here in a moment. The 2025 Clad Proof set. This is the big dog set with the Lincoln cent, nickel, dime, all 5 quarters, candy half dollar, which candy half dollar, by the way, in its own right, getting all sorts of news because they're doing a redesign after next year. And then the Native American dollar. Again, these are all copper, nickel, manganese, whatever, in any iteration. So these right here, because it's not all bad news. This one right here is available for $40.25. Order it from the subscription. It's going to be your best bet. So that way it locks it in. If I pressed on subscription right here, it should be available. And it is. There's still some available. So what's the big hot button here with the 2025 Proof set? Well, the secondary market value is actually very kind to this. And the Lincoln Cent, by the way, with all of the news and press that's going around about the discontinuation of the Lincoln Cent here in our country, now all of a sudden the one singular proof coin that is in this set is virtually paying for the entire set. And then you have all of these other coins as kind of like bonus ball stuff. So the average resale price as of right now for pre-sales of the 2025S Proof Lincoln Cent as of today is February 18th, is right now on average about $60 for the one singular coin. Go ahead and check out the sold comps on that one singular coin. You will see that plain and clear. But you know how we had that conversation about the 5 American women quarters, that are selling around, $15 to $18. If we were doing some math, the Lincoln Cent selling for $60, you could take that American women 5 quarter set, sell that by itself for, let's say, $15. We'll use the lowest value there. And then all the other coins you sell individually for a couple bucks a piece, you're going to end up profiting right around $40 per set. All right. And so this, ladies and gentlemen, has been kind of like the biggest hot topic. I'm more than surprised that there is still subscriptions available, as I thought that this thing would be sold out completely through the subscription. But this is the master set of clad coins. Probably one of the biggest highlights for this year because of the Lincoln Cent news. That's really pushed this one into a completely different territory. Price-wise, let's go ahead and talk about last year's clad set, right? Because clad sets just seem to be ho-hum to a lot of collectors. People have them. And prices usually kind of fall flat or they just kind of fall a little bit. Each and every single year, they probably lose 1 or 2% of their value. Excuse me. Until they hit kind of like a floor. And then, they just kind of sit there and wallow for years. So we're not going to focus in on like individual coins, but you can see, look, even a 2024S clad proof Kennedy by itself sold for $15.95. That could be possibly due to the news of the redesign. By the way, the 2026 redesign of the half dollar is epic. Man, I can't wait for that one. Lady Liberty on there and all the great stuff. But after that point, they're going to redesign the half dollar. Instead of Kennedy facing left, he's going to be facing right. All right. And then other redesign details, probably the reverse will be redesigned as well. A lot of people are kind of like waiting in the wings to see what happens there. But you can see the half dollars gaining a lot of traction here. Here's a 2024 set from last year, which, by the way, still available on the US Mint website for $40. Sold for $77.99. But is that the only one? No. Here's another one here from last year. $70. 5 cents short of $70. Here's another one here. Bid up, mind you. 9 bids. $68.57. Here's another one. Buy it now. $68.95. People have been grading these. The 1 cent coin in Perfect Proof 70 selling for a lot of money right now. Couple $100 and higher. Another set for $70. Another one here, $15.67. This is just for the 5 coin American women from this year, $32.99. But you guys can see what's happening here. There's a lot of buzz for this one particular set to the point where they're selling for right out of the gate $30 above the issue price. We have something magical here, folks. It's not all at a loss. We talked about 2 products I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, including the American Gold Eagle set. These are releases that I firmly kind of like want to kind of like monitor because they're going to be released over the next like couple weeks. But there you go. That's what I want to talk about on this one. Okay, the U.S. Mint, ladies and gentlemen, is a business. They're out to make money. There are certain things that are egregiously more expensive. Anything with silver and gold is going to be kind of like a dicey thing to buy from this point forward. Only because they're continuously enhancing and raising the prices of those products due to cost of acquiring the raw material. But the prices haven't like gone. We're not like $50 silver yet. So for the prices, they're adjusting as if we're dealing like $50, $60 silver or $3,500 gold, but we're not even there yet. But there are some other things that maybe might seem like a better optics wise a better buy, and that's the Clad set is one of those shining stars out of nowhere when it just used to be just a boring ass set that the US Mint had released for years since the turn of the century. Now all of a sudden is kind of a different story. So I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you going to be buying any of these products? I know I'm in for the Clad set. I had already done the subscription. I encourage you guys, if you want to get one or a couple, do it that way because the US Mint will fulfill the subscriptions first. Then they'll head over to the actual live orders that come in the day of release for those. So just to let you guys know that there's a certain kind of like hierarchy in which they fulfill the products. The subscription goes first. They take precedence over everything else. Wow, a lot of big things. Glad to talk about it with you guys. Again, thank you for your time. It's going to be pretty awesome to see the events unfold for this year. Have fun with the hobby. That's most importantly. When you have fun with the hobby, then you can afford to make a few bucks here and there. Don't take my word for it because, nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm just, kind of like highlighting the obvious to a lot of you here. But I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you on the next coin video. Keep on hunting, my friends.